Hey guys, back in the shed again. I'd like to say I took my own advice and did some nice 30-minute sessions in the shed during the week, but I didn't. Yeah, motivation's been a little bit lacking of late, but I will get back. I will get my mojo back soon enough. I still did get some stuff done in the shed though, like yesterday, and I will show you some of that progress shortly. But before we get too far into today's video, I just want to remind everyone that pre-orders are still running for the 20th anniversary t-shirts, right? Design right there. 20th anniversary t-shirts, yes, we are still taking pre-orders for those. And once we finish up those pre-orders at the end of the month, we'll put the order into the printers and we'll get them printed. We will get a couple extras, but if you want a guaranteed t-shirt in your size, then you need to get a pre-order in right now. Also have stickers. Stickers have arrived. So we have the Scottys Garage 20th anniversary stickers, holographic. So they look amazing in the sunlight. And yeah, so unfortunately being holographic, they are a little bit more expensive. So yeah, they're a 4-inch design, so quite large. And but I do have to charge $5 each for them because they are holographic. And yeah, like I said, big holographic stickers cost more. So we have the stickers, we have the shirts, which are pre-order at the moment. And I've created some new sticker packs and stuff like that. So, and then of course we have our usual stubby coolers, hats. I'm out of the truckers caps at the moment, but we've got the snapback caps, got the stubby coolers, got the old style t-shirts as well. So, and from sizes from medium up to 7XL. So buy a shirt, buy a cap, buy a stubby cooler, stickers, whatever, support the channel, and you get something for your money as well. So win-win. Right. So yes, cleaning in the shed. I've got the lights off at the moment because they kind of blow out the camera a bit, but I have started moving stuff around in here. It is a process, I've got to say. So let's spin the camera around and show you what progress has been so far. So, walking into the shed. Well, yesterday you couldn't walk into the shed because the place was chock-a-block. There was a large cabinet here. The bookshelf here was, well, against this wall. And then the saw was in the road as well. So I've moved the cabinet that was in the middle over here. I do still need to organise all that stuff, but basically, yeah, trying to position the furniture first, and then we can deal with all the other stuff. My major problem yesterday was I had to remove all the stuff off this wall. So this board here had all screws, and it had this very weird dicky shelf. Actually, the shelf is still here. So this shelf, look at it, how thin it was. It was useless. I did have things on it, but it was kind of like just this useless shelf. And then I had container bins and stuff like that all tacked to this wall. But yeah, it didn't seem to work right. Well, not, it filled all this area. So yeah, I've moved the bookshelf to here, and then I've gone to put the shelves in, and I realized I pulled all these pins out so I didn't lose them, and put them in a safe space, but now I can't find them. Yeah, bit of a problem. However, Bunnings have them nice and cheap. We've got a packet of them right here, $3. Good old Hammer Barn for the win. All right, so you got to make sure you got the right ones because they come in all different sizes. These ones are 5mm holes, so these are 5mm shelf supports. So we'll get us some shelves in here, and then we can get all these magazines, like this pile here, and the pile that's over there, and the pile that's over inside as well. We have magazines and books piled up everywhere, all right? So bookshelf, sadly lacking. I do have one up the front, but it's chockers. So yeah, I need to get all these books and magazines into a shelf, which will free up a lot of shelf space, or just bench space and table space and all that sort of stuff. So let's put some pins in, get this party started. Okay, so we'll start off with working out our space requirements for our shelves. So I guess magazine is a good benchmark. Magazine is roughly, I think it's 300, it's just under 300, it's 295. So let's go. All right, that one's under 295, that one's over. So we'll go to our, I guess, 320 mark. We'll open our packet of pins and we'll put one in there, and then we can work them all out from there. Oh, summer's over, but she's still a bit humid today. All right, there's 4. That's a start. What do we say? 320. Into that one there. Go away, Mr. Ant. Right, where do I put those shelves? They're here somewhere. Here he is. Okay. All right. That. It's a good start. Magazine check. Because I just realised I didn't account for the shelf thickness, but it is thick enough. Looks like we got 300 there. Let's double check. 300 it is. Very good. All right. Let's get the other shelves in first before we go getting too excited. We have shelves. Whew. Hooray. I should throw these out, but I mean, come the apocalypse, I may need some street directories. Who knows? Is this how hoarding starts? Look at that. Harry on the cover of Roadkill. Harry on my shirt. Seems pretty fitting. Yeah. Good times. All right. Let's find more magazines. So much shelf space now. Right, well, now that we've got a bookshelf there, it's amazing how quickly it's swallowed piles of books and magazines. Of course, there'll be more to go onto there, but yeah, that's going to be very helpful. So now that we've got the bookshelf organised, I think we'll switch around to this side. So work our way through this side and then up into the back area. Try and make some sort of semblance or sanity out of all this. And yeah. Keep going. Starting a cap collection, I think, when I got like probably 50 over there as well. So many different caps. I have to come up with a way to display them, I guess. Or I just throw them all out. Either. And one of my spare helmets. That's handy. Alright, you can go up front as well. So what do you reckon? Should I find a way to display the caps? Or do you have an idea on how to display them? Or should I just bin them? Let us know in the comments. Bin or display? Let us know. Alright, so we've got a bunch of pins and the puller from our spot weld puller. I've got to find where that box is and put the stuff all back in its box. Obviously I didn't put it away properly. I think I'll stick it on that table for the moment. Right, well I don't think you guys want to watch me go through all of this stuff, so check back with me in an hour or two and we'll see what it looks like then. Well, this side of the shed is looking much clearer thanks to this bookshelf. It's certainly not full and there's plenty of room there for more books and stuff, and I'm sure we'll dig out some more books and stuff when we start pushing into the front section. It does feel like I'm moving the deck chairs on the Titanic a little bit because, you know, I am chucking stuff though. I've filled an entire bin full of stuff today, so I am chucking stuff. But I've consolidated and moved stuff around and got stuff stuck away so we can sort at a different time. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that just needs to be gone through and maybe sold off or just thrown away. We'll see how we go. I definitely got to push into that front section where the AU is, except the AU's battery's flat, which is why I couldn't move it out today. So I need to charge it up, move it out, and then push into that front section. And I think I need to sell some stuff because A, I'm trying to raise money to go back to the States with the Fairmont, and B, I have so much stuff that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use it all. Like I've got multiple intercoolers, so many intercoolers and things like that that I'm just not going to use them all, am I? So yeah, I guess I know what I'll be doing next weekend. Is next weekend Easter weekend? I'll have to check the calendar. Maybe it is. If it is, that'll give me an opportunity to really get in there and get some stuff done. But anyway, sorry for another cleaning episode. It is what it is. I just need to do what I need to do, I guess. And yeah, we're here together on this little adventure. But anyway, like I said, t-shirt, pre-orders, get on that. Stickers if you want them, any of that stuff. And hopefully, yeah, we can hook in and get this place sorted so I can get back into the cars proper. Specifically, I want to get onto the wagon again, but the AU, let's get that AU up and running in a, like it runs, but let's attack that from a different way because, as you may know, Heathcote has been renamed Victorian Motorsports Park, and it will be opening, you know, this year sometime. I believe their first scheduled event is in August, maybe. And so they're out there working their butts off to make it all happen. So it would probably be a good idea to get a car ready to go out there and have some fun. Whether that's the AU or something else, I don't know. But whatever it needs to be, I need to get off my butt and get it done. So I've got some thoughts about the AU. Maybe that will be the subject of next week's video. Sounds like a good idea. Anyway, regardless of what we've done today, I hope you've enjoyed it. Come back and visit next week. And I think, yeah, well, we're going to talk about the AU. We're going to talk about the Fairmont. They're different videos. So let's talk about them in the next couple of weeks. And then hopefully by the time that's all done, the place will be cleaned up and we can get into the actual working on stuff. And plus, I was planning to work on the Falcon wagon, which you've probably seen the background a couple of times, but I need to get rid of that. It's sitting there. I need to get rid of it. So there's another thing I need to do. I need to get a whiteboard in here, which I have one from Carnage. So there's another thing I need to do. Put up the whiteboard, write a list, work the list. Work the list. Anyway, see you next week.